Old flames rekindle their loves, and whose baby is that? We have a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives coming up next.
You're tuned in to Afterbuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello! Good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days, where we give you a full recap of this week's episodes of NBC's #1 hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my gaggle of gals. We have to my far left,
Michael Mattis.
and of course, the very beautiful.
Hi everyone, Tammy Gouveia.
And Mark J. Freeman is floating around here somewhere. She's like a ninja. She'll pop up
Yes.
whenever she needs to. And shout out to James Lott Jr., who is
James.
Love you, baby doll.
still recovering. So,
Yes.
but
Lost
he's
some-
getting better.
Getting in shape too. Lost
Getting in
some,
shape,
lost some LBs.
weight. Yeah, so
good for him.
Good. Shout out to James and Mark.
That's the hardest thing. Like
Losing weight?
Losing weight, dieting.
Oh, trust me, I
Oh
know.
my God.
I had Taco Bell today. That's what I wanted. If you haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin' Days on Facebook and Instagram, and _Dishin' Days on Twitter. The @ is implied. And if you are a huge fan of other soap operas like Young and the Restless and General Hospital, we have a recap of those too. Make sure you tune into Restless Wrap Up right after our show, and after that, we have the GH Report. So make sure you tune into all of that. And if you like us so much, go to iTunes and do a comment. Rate us 5 stars and tell us what you love and enjoy about this little recap we do every Sunday right here at AfterBuzz TV. And thank you guys for watching live.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so that's always a lot
Wow.
in the beginning.
I was like, he's still going.
It's like,
Still
I want
going.
to be Tony when
Still
I grow
going.
up.
It's like here's the welcome. It's like the church announcement.
Yes.
You pull out the bulletin board
Yes.
and you just and now it's time for the real business. What did you guys think of Days this week?
Yeah, lots
Good
of
week.
reveals. Yeah.
Revelations.
Yeah.
A lot happening.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun week too.
Mm-hmm.
You can always tell when it's a fun week when you can, pay attention.
Yeah.
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 It's,
And
when it's
you're not-
compelling. You're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you're
wanna watch.
forced to. It's compelling.
It's a good word,
That's
right?
what it is. It's compelling.
It's a good word, Michael.
Yeah.
I just said that.
Yeah. Oh, did you really? Michael,
I think-
Wow, that was a real
Did I?
subconscious thing.
Yeah.
Compelling, yes, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I thought I said it. But whatever.
But you're right.
Check the tape.
Regardless of who said it, you're right. It was
Yeah.
a compelling week.
Well, let's get right into it. It's now time to start Dishin' Days.
Michael.
My bad. Sorry.
What were you doing?
I am trying to pay
was
attention to the
being
chat room
compelled.
because I was
You are
schooled
so-
2 weeks ago.
You are so conscious of that. Y'all, please send some love to Michael
Yes,
Mattis.
no,
Like,
You don't need to.
yes,
no, I don't
send
need
some
pity
love
love
to him because
I don't need pity love.
y'all got on him for not paying attention to the chat. His eyes have been glued to this chat.
We
Any
do
chance he
care
gets.
about what you have to
Yes,
say.
we do.
We do.
Show him some love, y'all. He can multitask, I promise. All right, it's now time to start Dishin' Days.
Woo!
Tamala, I love that I rename you. Yay!
Now,
so
my mother
elegant.
named me Tammy, so I wouldn't have a nickname. And everyone's Tamala, Tamopius.
Has
Is your
anyone
real
called?
name Tamara? It's like, no, it's just
Tamara?
Tammy.
No.
As in Tammy and the Doctor
I'll
and
just call you Tamara now. That's
7
fine.
other Tammys.
Yeah, well, you still.
Thank you, everybody. Everyone's
Tamala
like,
to
we
me.
love you, Michael.
See? All right, so let's kick things off with our very first storyline here. We have Eric, Nicole, Brady, Kristen, Xander, and the mystery patient.
So do we? Maybe we should wait until we've. Do we think it's EJ? Do we really think it's EJ?
Yes,
Me too.
I do think it's EJ because back like is that me? Yep. Back when
He died?
Eileen Davidson, Kristen, yes, when he died,
Yeah.
there was like and we never knew
Yes.
what
Right.
was that. Then when they found Will in Memphis, and then we saw Kristen, then played by Eileen Davidson, in that gorgeous red dress. And she was standing underneath the EJ,
The EJ.
and she kind of revealed then that EJ was still
It's
alive.
like, oh, if you only knew.
Right.
And then now it's like,
that maniacal laugh.
yes, now he's being like wheeled around, but it looks like, I kind of feel like maybe he got like the newer dose of the drug.
He didn't
got it
get
early.
the drug in
He's-
time.
He said he got because Kristen said something this week about like
He-
maybe he didn't get it in time,
He
or he
didn't
got
get-
an early
they didn't get
concoction
to
early
him
version of it.
Yeah.
soon enough, so the effect isn't as, like
Potent.
isn't potent. So
Yeah.
it's probably taking more time, and yeah.
I like that. And then I love that Days gave us a confirmation that is EJ by Eric sneaking into the bungalow. Well, Brady. Sorry.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry, Eric Marsan.
That makes me feel so good.
It's
it's a tangled web we weave here.
it's fine.
Brady snuck into the bunker.
The layer.
Yeah.
Or
Yet
whatever you
another
wanna-
layer,
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, I know, right? Like they need another one.
Underground
Well, this
bunker.
one's in Nashville, so and saw the patient and said EJ, and I was like, yes,
Well,
that's the
on
confirmation
the door
we
it
needed.
said ED.
It could have meant Eileen,
Really?
Eileen Davidson could have been in there.
But you
Or
know,
erectile
Supposed to stand
dysfunction.
for EJ DiMera? I don't know.
but I love that
My
I love
God.
that the door had to be labeled.
Right.
Like
They're not going to know he's in there.
There are
They're
two
patients.
people. There are two people who know about this layer bunker, and it's Kristen and Xander. And so, why do you feel the need to label the door?
Right.
Like,
Are
are
you
you
gonna
gonna
forget?
get lost? Come on, people.
So how do
my
you like
God.
Nicole's return?
I do. I like Nicole. First of all, Ari Zucker. How you doing? She is looking.
She looks good.
Real
She's just so
good.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Like I love that.
I love her hair.
Yes, like
yes.
she's like before she left, she had just got the short hair, so I think it was still trying to figure out like how to like finesse it, and now it's just like, and I'm like,
Just the color. Yeah, she's
yeah,
just beautiful.
everything.
The
And
lashes, you loving her lashes. She's got those long. Yeah.
she's
looking good.
She's looking great. This storyline is interesting though because it's almost like Xander found the tape, found Nicole, blackmailed her, married her, and she's just kind of like, Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my question last week was, why did he marry her? I mean, what's in it?
I
for
know.
him?
That's my question too.
And so now it just boils down to he's just obsessed with her. That's what it boils down to.
I mean, he wants
right?
to get her into bed, but I was kind of creeped out by all that. But yeah, and it's always like these men that blackmail these women to marry them, like when Stefano did it to Kate. And it's like, okay, you're forcing someone who doesn't want to be married to you, like, and you're blackmailing
But you
them.
have
like,
to
why?
understand.
What's the end game here?
As
Is it
a-
just the power?
As
or?
a reader of romance novels, Harlequin
Okay.
romance, blah, 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 this is one of the oldest storylines.
A tale as old as time.
Yes. Blackmailing someone to marry them because you're blackmailing them. And it starts out this power struggle. It all has to do with power. But she's not going to capitulate.
You think his hope is that she's going to come around like a Beauty and the Beast type of thing?
Well, according to him, she has slept with all the Kyriakis men.
oh wait,
I mean-
I'm glad you mentioned that because
So-
Marlon put in the chat room where he says. Xander to Nicole, I'm in much better shape. I'm not a drunk or ancient or dead. You put out for all of them. Why not your husband? And I was just like, but I love that Nicole like used her like Nicole ways and seemed like she was seducing him, and then was like, it's not gonna happen.
And
And
hell
then
freezes over.
push, and I was like, so I like the fact that she's just kind of like in this situation, but she's not like succumbing to like totality of what a wife should
Right.
do.
She's doing what she has to do to protect herself and Holly, but she's not giving up herself.
Yeah.
And
She's
that's
still
the card.
remaining-
That's
yeah.
the one card that she has with him.
But listen,
So-
let me tell you, Xander would not have to blackmail me into marrying him.
Someone just said, Mike Bowman, Xander doesn't need to blackmail me, just saying.
I mean, listen, if Xander came and found me and was like, "You're marrying me," I'd be like, "Okay."
But if your heart belonged to Eric and his to you.
Yeah.
Oh, so
So
now
we give
we
it
know.
up.
Now
Yeah.
we get it. All right.
I can understand.
Well, listen, I don't know the way Eric was looking in that blue jean jacket and like his coiffed hair back and all that. I was like,
And I will raise a little white flag of surrendering Jen and Eric.
okay,
Because
so
that isn't ever going to happen now.
No.
Ever. And
But-
like Jen said, it just wasn't meant to be.
but that was so dirty. Like he literally
Wasted
like
no time. Yeah.
went
I
and
know.
like and even Eric and Nicole made love right there on the
Whatever it
Blue
was.
couch or
Lays on,
whatever that was.
is it like a lays on
Sectionals,
fair chair or something like that?
A
I don't know.
chaise lounge.
Chaise lounge, yes.
Chaise.
I love a
Yes.
good chaise lounge.
Yes.
Shady lounge.
Mike Bowman suggests I thought it, but I was like, no, that's too dirty. How about a thruple?
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's too
That's
much.
not date.
You need your husband and your lover. Lover.
Got it.
So I asked this question.
Mm-hmm.
Team Eric or Team Xander?
Eric.
For Nicole.
For Nicole.
Oh, for Nicole. I
Wow.
really like Nicole and Xander.
Right?
I really love the chemistry between the two
Yep.
of them.
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so, should I do that? Why not? Nicole and Xander.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
Let's
Let's get it on.
You know
Maybe
what?
because I want Eric to hurt.
Because he heard Jen.
Yeah, I'm not completely over his leaving Jen like that.
That
was wrong.
I'm somewhere in the middle because I used to root for Team Xander with
Mm-hmm.
Nicole because I felt like how powerful he is, along with
They
how powerful.
think the same way.
Yeah.
You know, they know how to manipulate, and they always have an end game.
Yeah. But just the fire and passion that Nicole and Eric have.
I
It's
know.
like it's so so I'm on the fence.
Under different circumstances, I may be
Team
Eric.
Xander?
Yeah. Like if he wasn't being like he's just dirty right now, you know. He forced her to marry him, and now he's like, I want you in my bed or whatever he
It's
says.
a
and
really
it's
bad
just like,
accent.
That
That was really bad. Try it again.
No,
No?
it was fine. Anyway, this is not acting school. Try it again. No, I like under different circumstances, I would be Team Xander, but not under this circumstance.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think there's someone out there for Xander.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
They just
Yeah,
haven't
maybe.
cast her yet.
Scott Holston said Xander and Eric.
Okay.
Y'all are too much.
No, did you see Ron, the head writer Ron? I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. Posted a screen cap of when Eric and Xander were in their tussle, and he captioned it "When Bay Met Bay." So that was cute. Yeah.
That's great.
I love that Ron is always in on the joke.
A lot happened with this like one storyline, like because then we had Then we found out that Xander was working for Kristen.
Yes.
Well, Xander's the shooter.
Yes.
We found
yeah,
that
we
out.
didn't see again
So
so
it
much.
was like-
But again, he wasn't aiming for Marlena. He
Right.
was aiming for Eric because
Totally did
he-
not see that.
I didn't see that coming either.
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
I had the moment where I was like, oh.
But didn't you say you thought it might have been Xander?
Yeah.
You did, right?
But okay, the reason I say that is not the reason I predict that is not because I was smart. It was when they revealed that there was a second shooter, and I remember seeing Xander in the promo, the big promo, and I was
okay.
like, oh, it was probably Xander.
And I was trying to think, but why? If he was the shooter, why?
Exactly.
Like,
Well,
what's
that's
his
why.
motive?
Because he wasn't aiming for
So
Marlena.
it's
he was
because
aiming
he's
for
obsessed
Eric.
with Nicole and wanted Eric outweigh. That's just mean. Main.
That mine,
Kristen.
Xander. God, I
And
love Susan.
now he's working for Kristen. It's like, oh my God.
And even Kristen
what's going
didn't know.
on?
She's like, you went to Salem?
Yeah.
Well, I was shocked that she didn't know that he
Yeah.
had shot or tried to kill Eric.
Look,
Yeah.
she's preoccupied with her own mess. So
Brady.
of course, she's
Yeah.
gonna be.
And you
was-
were right. Brady isn't really going back to Kristen.
Yeah,
I thought
he's got
maybe
his
because
agenda.
his history of bad choices that he was, again, making a bad choice. But no, he's trying to figure out what she's
But
up
man,
to.
the
So
lengths that he's going to.
yeah, getting himself shocked.
Yeah.
I love how he just like rolled out his like
Yeah.
his ninja knife or his
And
pocket
then,
knife.
and
or
then was
whatever.
like,
He's
oh, we should go with green. I'm like, you should think about that. Like, you know what I mean? And then when he got shot, you know what, for 2 seconds when he woke up and he was kind of looking confused, I was like,
Oh, no.
God, he's coming back as somebody else. Like, that was my initial thought, but then he went in and I was like, okay, fine, we're Brady still.
And I'm glad none of those passwords worked. I thought,
I
okay, well,
know.
Phoenix.
That's
Obviously,
very
Phoenix is
obvious.
going to work.
Right.
And then
I feel
we're
like the DiMeras
oh,
know
okay.
they got that on lockdown. But
That's
yeah.
funny.
I thought he figured it out, and then when he still didn't, I was like, girl, like,
Oh, because he typed in Phoenix and we
Yeah,
didn't
that was the
see.
last
They cut
resort.
away, and then when they got back to him, it was like, eh.
yeah. But also, I was like, so that keypad is words and not numbers?
It's
Well, no,
like
it's numbers and words like the
telephone.
phones,
You
like
know,
the phone keypad.
One has ABC,
Think
two
too much.
has
Like when you dial into Coast and you have to
DEF.
dial
Too much.
1-800 629 coast, you actually have to do like 5.
And he did it pretty
2 hours.
quickly.
Yeah.
Phoenix. I mean, he was able to go.
Too much. Keypad is just 15555. Oh, wait. Speaking of numbers, there was a weird number that popped up. Someone got a phone call today. I think it was someone missed a phone call, and it was a weird number. It was like 049, and I was like, "Whose number
on the
is
show.
that?" Yeah.
I think
like,
no,
whose
it was
phone
it was
number is that?
Kristen
It was
DiBrady.
Kristen to Brady in the
Yeah,
area
she had a
code was
049.
049.
It was
That's right.
No, it was or was it Eve? When Eve called Brady.
You know what? It was when Eve called Brady, when Stefan was losing his marbles,
And
which
Eve-
I loved.
And Eve's number was like 04. And I was like,
Right.
what number is that?
Yeah. I don't
Salem's
Okay,
area
that was just
code.
that was just
Salem
a tidbit.
area code
Salem's area
049, or
Yeah.
maybe she's using an out of town number. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
can-
I don't know.
And so, okay, yeah. So this whole string. So Sami and Stefan. Again, I love them so much. And when when he said, "Well, no, that's not part of the deal we made," and
she
she
threw it back
turned
in
the
his
tables.
face, yeah.
And when she went up and kissed him,
I was
you
like,
know that was not in the script.
you don't think
Probably
so?
not.
That was not. I can
Okay.
tell you right now that
She's
was
probably
not
like,
in the script.
thank you.
Because his reaction, he literally looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was
am loving
brilliant.
Sammy this time around. I have never liked Sammy, but the way they're
I've
writing
always
her and what
loved
they
her.
have her
I've always
doing,
loved
like,
her.
I love her this time
And of
around.
course, in true Sammy fashion, she takes the address. It ends up being Nicole.
I
and
don't
and the
understand.
second Nicole opens the shh, I'm like, who is that?
But I don't understand why. That was another like, huh? Kristen, they found this in the room after Kristen ran away. And so she assumes it's going to lead to EJ, but at least to Nicole. So why?
Kristen knew where Nicole was because of Xander.
Oh.
And so it explains because
Right?
But why would she need? She knows where he is.
Because
like, why,
Nicole-
where who is?
where Nicole,
She's never,
where,
like-
where Xander is. Like, why would she have the address laying around somewhere?
Maybe because
Convenience.
That's when she got the
Convenient
information.
storyline.
Someone was like, "Here's where Nicole and Xander are."
But she should already know where. I get you. She should already know where Xander is.
I mean, we
because
don't
if
know
they're
how
working
long
together.
she and Xander have been working together.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was
just, like,
convenient.
for-
It was convenient for the
the
plot for the
storyline.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's chalk it up to that.
Something that happened off screen, and then of course Sammy.
Yeah.
I think Sammy probably thought it was Kristen, and that's why she like. I can't wait until Nicole's eyes open, and she's like, maybe gives her the Sammy.
Yeah.
The Sammy slap.
Oh yeah. That'll be good.
That's
All
gonna be
right.
real good. So that was it with
Yeah.
that storyline.
That's the Nashville Nashville gang.
Again, Stefan
Yeah.
and Eve. I'm going to keep going back
Oh.
to his scenes because with both Sammy and with Eve, I love seeing him lose his. Can I say? Yes.
Yeah.
I love seeing that. And
They
he
were
only
good.
does it when obviously he doesn't have money.
He
so.
wasn't having it. He was like,
Oh
these numbers
my
don't
God.
add up. And she's like,
I
well,
loved
Brady's
it.
not here. And
Loved
She's
it.
like, hold on, like, of course he was like, but there's no way you were gonna meet this goal, and I was like,
I like it when she starts talking about what's going on, and he's like, I don't care.
yeah,
I was like, let a girl finish, but I understood. But
they kind of neglected that
Brady
whole
left
company.
me. I don't care. Oh my God, that was fantastic. Okay, so
okay.
that's
That
good.
was great.
All right, so then
All
we're
right, so
back in Salem.
moving on, and also before we move on to the next storyline, just to remind you guys that we are giving away 2 tickets to the dinner and dance party in Alexandria, Virginia for the Starstruck fan event. So make sure you guys tune in because we are going to announce the winner during News and Gossip.
Yes.
that?
Take a little trip to Alexandria.
Yeah. All right. So back in Salem, we have John, Marlena, Sammy, Hattie, Roman, and Kayla. Funniest thing that happened this week was when Hattie escaped from the hospital.
Oh my God.
And went to the pub to see Roman, and Roman literally looked at her like, "Bitch, what are you doing?"
Oh yeah. I really truly hope that Hattie becomes a main staple on the canvas.
Like she should just keep roaming around
she
Salem.
should just stay where she is because Deidre is having the time of her life.
Mm-hmm.
I do
this.
enjoy Hattie
I
more than I
just
enjoy
love
Marlena.
Hattie so much. When Roman was back in the hospital, you know, he brought her back to the hospital, and he's saying, "You just need to stay in bed," and she's giving it right back with the finger. She's like, "You are
then
so
she's like-
sexy when you're angry."
She gets back in bed and she's like, "Ooh, it's cold. You want to join me?"
Like, you want to join me?
And then John comes in. Oh.
I was crying. I was laughing so hard. It was so fun.
I wonder how they even get through those scenes because I'm sure just like this is Deidre's Deidre Hall's way of just being able to let loose and not play such a stuffy character.
And it's not the normal dynamic between the three of them.
Yeah.
And so, I was thinking the same thing. Like, how are they not cracking up?
Yeah, yeah.
I assume once cut happens that they laugh when the cameras are off.
Probably. And then, you know, when we go to Marlena, first of all, I want them to decide what lighting they want for that room.
It's so weird.
Is it weird?
Because it's like this, it's like that color, like behind you, Michael. It's kind of like that.
That fluorescent.
Yeah, but then like there was one time where it was darker than that, and then like it's gotten lighter, and then it wasn't there, and I was just like, I want y'all to figure it out. Like,
you're talking about Hattie's hospital room
no,
or Marlena's?
Marlena's.
Oh, Marlena's is so dark.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
It's real weird. But it's good to see that she's like gaining her strength back. She realized Sami didn't shoot her.
Yeah.
They had a chuckle about, you know, Sami discovering that it was Hattie with the whole onions, and Marlena was like, ugh, and she was like, yeah, that's it right there. I knew it wasn't you. So I like that, but now I'm interested in seeing like how are they going to swap that out?
Right. How's it all going to be reconciled?
I'm
curious too because I don't think Hattie's going to go back to prison.
I don't want her to now.
Well, no, I don't think anyone wants her to because she's entertaining. And also we found out that whatever Sami picked up when she found out it was Hattie last week, scissors. Yeah. Which that was the smallest pair of scissors I've ever seen.
Well, you know, it's kind of like probably the ones to cut galls. You know.
They cut what? Oh, gauze.
Oh, gauze.
Yeah. You say goals. I'm like goals.
Gauze.
No, I got you. The hospital scissors. Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, that was that.
I was gonna say, what did Xander have to do with John Marlena? Oh,
they found out he's the one.
The recording. That's right.
John got access to the closed captions, closed circuit TVs, and they saw Xander like.
Yeah.
But clear as day though. Mm-hmm. Like no mask.
No.
Not like really like.
No. Now,
trying to be
right now in Salem, you don't need a disguise.
No,
people go in and out of that hospital.
And no one sees
with
you.
No disguise. No one sees you. Kristen walked around for days. Hattie was able to get out.
Listen. Kristen's disguise in the hospital was her hair up in scrubs.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all she needed. That is all
apparently that was
she
enough,
needed.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
But they don't know in Salem yet. Do they know in Salem that Xander was actually aiming for Eric? Or do they are they still trying to figure out why he would shoot Marlena? I don't think they know he was he was aiming for Eric yet. No. Okay.
No.
Right. Okay, cool.
Because they even said like, why? What did I do?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out his motive.
We hardly know each other,
yeah.
So yeah.
Terrell says Deidre Hall needs to be nominated for a daytime Emmy for her dual performance as Marlena and Hattie. I agree.
She's so great.
Hattie and Bonnie need to have a scene together. I agree with that, Marlon. Me World 2, that hospital is a family business, no security and whatnot. Hilarious. All right, so next up we have Bonnie, Mimi, Lucas, Chloe, and Kate.
The drama of baby Bonnie. Notice how Lucas kept the name.
I wonder what her real name is. They haven't said what her real name is.
They haven't said who the real name is.
Or who the daddy
who the father is.
But we know.
Who the father is.
Who the father. I love that Bonnie kept reminding her, like, I went to jail for you, and I spent 10 years in jail while you were roaming free.
That whole thing, man.
Yeah. And
dysfunctional relationship.
She did explain, was that this week? That the whole DNA match thing.
Yeah, because
the daddy's related to Lucas.
But they haven't verbally said
who it is.
And there was a moment where Kate said the baby looked like Philip. Mm-hmm. So I've had it in my head who I think is the father based on characters who are coming back and who's related to Lucas. I didn't even think about Philip. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if that was their way of either trying to throw us off the trail or to foreshadow who the daddy is. Because I think Mimi and Philip did have, I can't remember when the whole when it was like Belle and Sean and Chloe and Philip. I don't remember if Mimi and
Jan.
Oh, Jan. Mm-hmm. That mess. But no, I don't remember if Mimi and Philip ever had a thing together.
James Lott Jr., he's in the chat room. Did Mimi and
Robin Mahoney says
and
yes,
Philip? Oh, they did.
Yeah. He and Lucas are half brothers. I don't know who he's talking about though. That's Rex. Maybe we'll see.
He and Lucas are half brothers. Yeah. That's what James said.
Rex and Lucas are half brothers because Kate's both the moms.
Mother.
Yeah. The mom. Yeah.
The mummy.
Rex and Mimi did date, and I didn't realize. I don't remember Mimi having an abortion.
Mimi and Phil had Tyler by surrogate.
Okay.
That's what Emily said.
All right. So there is history between Mimi and Philip. That's what I was trying to remember, if there was or not.
Yeah.
So
are we like, because Annie Goen just said, I feel bad for Farrah. This is a really bad storyline for Mimi, in my opinion. How do you guys feel about this storyline with Mimi?
I don't know enough about it. I mean,
I know it's still new.
It's still new.
I don't like that they had Mimi, a mom, being totally okay with the baby being gone for a night.
Well, see, she wasn't okay with the baby being gone for a night. She said, look, you said you were going to do this, like basically like show the baby like da-da-da, and you would bring the baby back. You said nothing about the baby being gone for a night. Like,
right. And she says, and we're negotiating the return of my child. I mean, she was really upset about it.
And she was so upset. She was like, okay, how about this? When I get my baby back, you go to the left, I'm going to go to the right.
Of the world.
And you keep running it.
Yeah. She was like, and I can raise my baby in peace. I will say, I love seeing Mimi.
So does Chloe.
Well.
Oh, yeah.
But
you ain't her mother.
But that was during the time that I started watching Days, which was like that Salem High, like Chloe and Philip and Sean and
Floey,
Belle.
Broy,
Like all
Shell.
of that. The reveal of Ghoul Girl. Like
The last blast.
like that was like that. This is like my era. So now to have like Mimi back in, it's
Back
like,
on the
oh,
canvas.
it's so good, and it's good to hear that
Nostalgic.
she's like, you know, Belle and I have kept in touch, and she's told me everything. She still hates Chloe. Like, you know, it's just. It's like, yay, it's like history, and it's I feel like it's fueling like energy.
Robin Mahoney made a comment, and I don't remember Chloe and Mimi not liking each other, but maybe there was a storyline I missed. You know, maybe I took a year off or something, and I thought they were like not friends or enemies, but like frenemies. Like, but I didn't think they like hated each other. Like the way they're talking right now is
There's
like
bad blood between them.
Yeah, and I don't.
As to why.
Jan, Haywood Wong, Jan was the bad seed in that crowd, but we'll see. But no, I just don't think like it didn't make sense to me that Mimi, a mom, would be okay with even the baby being gone for a night. Like I felt like she gave up, and it's like, you're really gonna let your child like be with strangers even for a night? Like, no. Well, and I know she was like, you know, in a hard place because her mom was like.
Well, I think
mom was
Bonnie
threatening
had
her.
just laid this terrible guilt trip on her about. Yeah, so.
And almost threatened her.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go tell that you shot your dad. You're the one that shot and killed your dad.
Lovely mama.
Yeah, so.
I love Chloe's haircut. She
Ooh,
chopped it
it's
up.
so
Man, she
good,
looks
yeah.
I thought
amazing.
you were gonna make her designer days.
I know,
I
she
really
looked good.
thought, because she looked good. And then
Fantastic.
Kate and Chloe are actually agreeing,
That
which
was
is
funny,
great
yeah.
because Kate once tried to kill Chloe.
happens.
So like the looks that they were giving each other were kind of funny.
But Chloe's not having this baby.
You don't think so?
The way she was sitting there as Lucas was like gushing over baby Bonnie, she was just like,
Well,
You think
I
she's just putting on her a game face?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's because she thinks something's amiss. Lucas
yeah.
is convinced that this is his child, and I think Chloe's like, I can't buy it.
Chloe's like, something ain't right.
Yeah, something's
ain't
not
right.
right. So she's not 100% on board
Listen,
with
I'd be the
this.
same too. I'm like, I'll look at Bonnie like, girl, you really want us to believe that you had a baby?
Robin Mahoney clarified that Mimi and Chloe. Where was this? I just saw it. Mimi and Chloe didn't get along, but mended fences before Mimi left town.
Well, maybe now
So-
some stuff has gone back down again.
So
again,
the bad blood is back.
off camera.
Yeah. So
So there's a reason.
yeah, we'll see.
All right.
What happens? The saga of Baby Bonnie.
Baby Bonnie.
What's her real name?
I know, what's her real name?
Come on.
I can't wait to hear the real name
Right.
though. What if it's like Beyonce Lockhart? All right,
Awesome.
so
All right.
before we move on to some tidbits, we got a little bit of ABTV business.
Okay, so after Buzzers, here at the network, we produce after shows for nearly all of your favorite shows, and that includes dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and a whole lot more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans. But now we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. Now, subscribing to our YouTube channels will also help you discover new shows that we're pretty sure you're going to love. Since you're already tuned into drama, because Dish and Days is part of the Afterbuzz TV drama channel, we're pretty sure you're going to be interested in shows like Queen of the South, Black Mirror, The Affair, and The Bold Type. Remember, we have channels for other genres too, so please don't be shy about subscribing to them either. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So it's easy. Hit hit the subscribe button now for an even easier AfterBuzz TV experience. And if you let us know you did in the comments, we'll thank you on the air. Thanks for being the best fans. We promise to continue to do our best to serve you.
Yes, ma'am. Well said.
Well said,
That
AfterBuzz.
announcement brought to you by the kind folks here at AfterBuzz TV. All right, so moving on to tidbits, we have
Right?
Eli, Sheila, Lonnie, Abe, and Valerie. First of all, I love...
Sheila called her a skank.
Called who a skank?
Sheila
Lonnie.
called Lonnie a skank.
You the skank.
Oh, my living word.
First of all...
Oh my!
Yes, thank you.
I love Sheila versus Abe.
Oh
Like,
my
that's
gosh.
hilarious to me.
Are they going to
It's so
find a way
funny.
for her to end up working for him?
I think that's kind
How
of
are they gonna
what
do
it looks like.
it?
They're setting it up. Maybe
No, because she was
Wow.
like Mayor Jackass.
Mayor Jackass
But
Carver.
I love how she was like talking all this trash about Abe to Lonnie and I almost said Lamone.
Eli,
Eli
yes.
Eli
He's
kept
like,
going, but she was like, I got this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da. Stop interrupting me. Da-da-da-da-da. And then Lonnie was finally like, well, that's my father, and she was just like,
And Eli.
yeah, and like that's
Like,
what I was
I
trying to tell
told
you.
you.
But I like this whole like.
I love it.
And then
Yeah.
Valerie and Abe, their little lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I was like,
I had
ooh.
an issue with Abe.
What?
So, him getting all over her about, you need to back off my
He
daughter.
got too defensive.
And she apologizes. And I'm thinking, you have nothing to apologize for. Like, why are you apologizing to him? And then she says something weird like, I know public display of affection is not your thing, but can I kiss you? Okay. I'm like, is that weird?
Well, he's the mayor. You can't be around just.
It just was weird. She's
I didn't
apologizing.
find anything weird about
She's
it,
asking
but-
permission to kiss him. I'm like, what is going on?
Well, I also kind of barely paid attention. Sorry.
I thought
I
it was
guess
weird
I guess
and
you
awkward
could. I
and,
guess
like,
I did get a
he's
sense that like
overreacting.
he did overreact a little bit. I will say that because she did make a mention like something about it's because of your daughter.
It is.
and it is, but at the same time,
She wasn't
like
being mean
at the
about
same
it.
time, don't throw it in his face.
Yeah.
But he could have reacted a little better. I will give
Anyway,
you that
that's
one.
my little, like,
There's tension.
Abe, you need to
there's
just
tension
back
in that
down.
relationship.
Arg.
Haywood Wong mentioned Sheila's license plate TLC forever.
Oh, that was her. When Abe was like with the license plate TLC Eva, she was like, that is TLC forever. I was like, bravo, writers.
Can I ask something like a little sidebar? Do
What?
we like it when? Okay, so there was that example. Then there was another example where Bonnie was talking to Mimi, and she's like, "Girl, we only have one life to live, so
Oh
we
my-
should live the days of our lives." Blah blah. Do you like it
Love
when?
that.
See, I don't.
I do
like
because
that
they
because
do it very. They don't do it very often.
They don't do it very often, but when they do it, it almost like the TLC one didn't bother me that much. But like referencing like both the show names in a life where those shows don't exist, and I know it's like it was cheeky and whatever. It took me out of the show a little bit, and I'm like,
I think that's the thing.
they
It's
do
ju-
it sparingly. I will.
It's just one of those things where it's kind of like I feel like the writers kind of do a nod like I know you guys
It's an
know them
homage.
from
Exactly.
this, so we're just gonna have a little fun and not make it so obvious, but just kind of and if you pick up on it, you pick up on it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, and she delivered that line flawlessly.
Yeah,
She did it so well.
I picked up the TLC one and I thought like that was clever and cute, but I didn't pick up the One Life to Live one.
Yeah.
Oh.
When Bonnie was saying
So-
to Mimi, we have one life to live, so we should just live the days of our life.
James Lott Jr. said Ron used to write for One Life to Live.
I know, and that's why he brought Farrah Fath on. This is an issue I have with Ron. Like, not all of his stuff is very original. Like, for instance, he brought Farrah Fath onto One Life to Live and named her Gigi. And her name on days was Mimi. And then, like, the whole thing with the teeth flying out at the wedding, again, I'll bring that back. Like, that was originally James E. Riley, like, and he just recycled it.
But it was good because it was very nostalgic of like
Well, it
the
paid
same
paid
situation.
an homage. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I totally get it.
So it's kind of like one of those moments like when you're a fan. Like I love the teeth part because I was like, oh, it's just like when they revealed her the other time. Except this time it's flip-flop. Instead of Kristen being Susan, it's Susan being Kristen.
Yeah.
Wait, instead of Susan being Kristen, it's Kristen being Susan.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be construed as either not being original or they're paying homage to it. So it's just.
I'm going to channel it as like paying homage. Okay. I mean, you know.
I'm too critical. I will say that.
The show's been on for 15 years.
And I mean,
that's
it is
why
hard to come up with completely original ideas.
Because there's so much history that I welcome those moments.
And it is nice to be reminded of those times. Yeah. Because a lot of times...
And those other shows.
Yeah, it's a lot of times you're trying to figure out
what... They should be brought back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring them back.
Moving on quickly.
Hope and Rafe were on, but nothing really happened with them, right? They let Sammy go.
You know, I have
Hope
to say...
apologized to Sammy.
Hope apologized to Sammy.
She's still a little suspicious, though, the way she walked in.
And I mean, she's always going to be suspicious when they're together.
But I like Rafe's reaction to Sammy, like, what do you need this time? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, of course it's not your fault. Oh, yeah, of course it's devastating. Like it's kind of like, yeah, we've been down this road before, blah, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we will for the rest of our lives.
Exactly.
The rest of the days of our lives.
Because we only have one life to live. Then we have Jennifer and Maggie and their
little heart to heart.
I know. Maggie almost got designer days today. She looked amazing.
She looked good.
Yeah.
She looked good.
I think it was needed just to kind of add closure to the situation with Eric and Jennifer.
Well, yeah, because it was like once their situation ended, then it was all about Eric and Nicole. And so, yeah, like, oh, yeah, Jennifer's still there. Yeah. She's still grieving. So hopefully Jennifer gets... Someone mentioned that doctor she went out with a couple times.
I don't.
Maybe bring him back. She needs a man.
Dr. Shaw.
No.
Dr. Shaw.
Is
that his name?
I think that was his name.
Team.
Okay. Yeah, bring him back.
I mean, I was here for it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well,
and that was our week.
That was your week of days, and it's now time for our favorite part of the show, which is our segments. And we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, so listen. I am the king of this. When you are in situations and sometimes you don't know what to say, but your face says it all. All this week, I have just absolutely loved and enjoyed the reactions that Eli Lamone Archie gave to all the situations that he's been in. And
there were a lot of them.
Even starting back when like his first interaction with Susan and how he was always just kind of like, and then like all his I was like, yeah. So Lamone Archie, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap. I love when somebody sometimes the writer doesn't even have to write something for
Makes
you.
Makes his job easy.
Yeah,
exactly.
You just react. It's natural.
Acting is reacting.
Yes, exactly.
Or something.
We don't have Mark's quote of the week, but we do have...
So this week it's going to Miss Allison Sweeney.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Sammy is looking absolutely fierce. And I always end up picking Diane von Furstenberg dress. This is one of her lovely wrap dresses. It's got trim along the belt line and the hem, and it's a V-neck. The hem's a little bit above the knee. It looks amazing. She rocks it, and we love you, Miss Allison.
And that has been...
Elegance. Ella what?
Elegance.
Elegance. Eleganza. Extravaganza.
Designer days.
All right, and now it's time for... Caption That.
All right, this week's caption goes to Heather Abbott, aka Be Our Guest Dest on Instagram.
Wow.
For this picture of shirtless Xander and Nicole looking at him like, bitch, please.
Oh, I was clapping for shirtless Xander.
Of course you were.
Sorry.
So Heather's quote was Nicole saying, even you're a better option for me than Daniel.
Oh, ouch, ouch.
Mark would have loved that.
Ouch.
Mark would have loved that.
And that was this week's.
And here I thought,
Pretty simple.
how do you pronounce this? Bjorgadudu.
I had to. It took me a couple minutes.
That's good.
I was like, bourgeois.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
Then you got to
Be Our
break it
Guest.
down. And now it's time for...
Edition Days Fan of the Week. Woo!
This week's fan of the week is Lisa Knapp. Is this from Twitter?
YouTube.
Yeah.
From YouTube. She says, "You guys are too funny. I just started back with watching Days after years and saw you guys had an after show. You now have an official new fan. Can't wait for more."
Yay! So happy that you're back to watching Days,
Yes.
and so happy that you've discovered
Watching us.
us.
And that you
Oh my
included us.
God.
Yay! So that has been
Edition Days Fan of the Week.
Woo!
All right. And before we move on, can I just say how, I don't know if I've already said it, like, I really love when Paul Tefler is back as Xander. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yes.
He's a good.
He's
adds
so-
There's
something.
no
he's so
one
great.
like him.
He's
No.
so great.
He's just,
Very
He
unique.
is so great. All right,
Agreed.
so you guys have been waiting. We posted it today that we were going to give away 2 tickets to the Alexandria, Virginia event held by Starstruck Fan Events. Paul and Keith were very nice to give 2 tickets to the dinner and dance to one lucky Edition Days viewer. And so we've put all of you guys' names and handles
Yes.
from social media into this fishbowl provided by Target. And we are going to select one to win a pair of tickets. Now, just to let you guys know, the winner is responsible for all transportation to and from and any hotel stay that may be included. We're only giving away tickets. Is you like that disclaimer?
Little disclaimer.
Little disclaimer there.
Drum
all
roll,
right.
please.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, there's a sound effect for that.
Oh, and the winner is from Instagram, Michael Curson.
All right. Congratulations, Michael Curson.
You are the winner of a pair of tickets to the dinner and dance party in Alexandria, Virginia, to the Starstruck Fan Event. You and a friend will enjoy meeting Cassie DePaiva and her husband James, along with Paul
love
Tefler,
them.
Eric Martzoff, and is there someone I'm forgetting?
Who's the other one? So,
I don't have the image.
Oh no, that's it.
that's it.
That's it. That's him. Yep.
Okay.
That's it. So
Perfect.
Oh, no, that's not the right event, but
we'll
that's okay.
we'll
No.
send you a DM to tell you how to claim your tickets.
Michael, congratulations.
Congratulations, Michael.
All right, and now on to some news and gossip.
Afterbuzz TV News.
We're going to start off news and gossip with a little announcement from Kyle Lauder and Eric Martzoff.
Oh, look at you.
Yum.
Them
What's
in
up,
there.
everyone? It's Eric Martzoff.
And Kyle Lauder.
And we have a special announcement tonight.
This is
We
really cool.
are actually going to come to Long Island, New York on December 1st. Star Image Entertainment they're giving us a Christmas concert.
It's not just a Christmas concert. There's going to be like dinner and dancing
Cocktail
and
party.
cocktails and the whole 9 yards.
Yes, and it's all
I thought he said
attached to
hot
the
tub.
charity Cedar
He said
Can
cocktail.
Support. There's
Yes.
something else to tell
Yeah,
me.
this is a really cool deal. So if you are one of the first 25 people to purchase the ticket for this event, you will be entered into a contest to win a date.
Yeah,
with
it's like a mini date.
either Eric or I, or what the hell, both of us, right?
Yeah, maybe
Or both
6
of
other
ourselves.
dudes. Who knows?
All right, what's the website?
Eventbrite.ca. EVENTBRITE.ca. Please come. We'd love to see you.
Come and see us.
Happy holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho,
Ho, ho, ho.
Is it me or is Eric Martzoff looking
His
real buff?
arms, yeah.
He's one with the sleeveless look. Like,
Yeah.
he's always, and yeah, I can see why. So yes, you heard him. Go on to eventbrite.ca, buy your tickets. First 25 will get entered into a drawing, and you may get to go on a date with one or both of them. So I kind of want to sign up for that. Anyway, more event news. Another event happening right here in Los Angeles in Studio City. Our friends Paul and Keith are having Yesterdays once more at the Sportsman's Lodge in Studio City, Friday, November 9th, the night before Day of Days. Many past cast members, including Patrika Darbo, Kyle Lauder, Jen Lilly, Matt Ashford, Guy Wilson, Brody Hutzler, and more will be attending. VIP and general admission tickets are available and can be found at starstruckfanevents.com, or you can follow Starstruck Fans 2 on Twitter for updates, and you'll get to see us.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yay.
Yes. Buy us drinks. Or just say hello, whatever.
Yes.
And like I said, the day after that is Day of Days. The all-day event will take place here in LA at Universal City Walk on Saturday, November 10th from 10 to 5
PM.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We will be there interviewing the cast, and so stay tuned for that. You can follow NBC Days on Twitter and Instagram for further event updates. And there's some celebrating to do this week, proving that some soap opera marriages do last.
Amazing.
Bill and Susan Hayes celebrated 44 years
Yay!
of marriage this week. congratulations to them. They have clearly found the formula for a successful Hollywood marriage. And if you see them in person, the way that they just interact with each other, they were just meant to be.
They're so silly with each other.
And they're so
Just-
silly
yes.
and just
And they really know each other very well. Yeah.
So congratulations. We wish them a happy anniversary and many more. Next up, Jen Lilly is challenging you to take the King of Hearts challenge. It's very simple. You go to her website, jenlillymusic.com, purchase and download her new song, King of Hearts, shoot a video of yourself singing along, like shoot your own music video, post it on social media with the hashtag King of Hearts Challenge, and tag 3 friends to do the same. All of the proceeds from her song purchases is being donated to Project Orphans and will fund life-saving heart surgery for a little boy named John. So this isn't just for fun. You'll be doing a good deed. A little boy will get life-saving surgery if you go purchase the song. Again, that's at jenlillymusic.com. And some sad news to report. We've lost another Days legend this week. Peggy McKay, who played Brady matriarch Caroline Brady, passed away this week.
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks following the passing of on-screen husband Frank Parker. Both Peggy and Frank made, lasting impressions in Days history and will be very missed.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry to end on a sad note.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But she was great. She was such a lovely, spunky woman.
And that I told you guys I rewatched her speech at Will and Sunny. I forgot how
it was
like the
very
story
emotional.
she told and how emotional it was.
Well, because we talked about it, we were worried because when she was giving the speech, she went around and we were like, oh no, the dementia syndrome.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she brought it back around and we were like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was a great moment.
And it's so tough. The show's been on so long, and eventually, we start losing cast members. That's so hard.
The first one that really got me was Joe Mascolo when he
Yeah.
passed away, Stefano, because I feel like I just met him. He was at Day of Days the year prior. Mm-hmm. And I have a picture with him, and I was like, oh my gosh. So now, it's sad. And Frances Reed, of course, she was a big one.
Oh yeah, that was the first big one for me. Yeah. All right. Well, gonna try to bring it up a little bit.
Yes.
We have a
With a little
preview
sin.
of what's sin.
Little sin.
Bring it up.
Little
All
sin.
right.
Bring in the sin.
Let's see what sin is happening this week.
I can assure you I didn't plan on it happening. She made me feel like redemption was a possibility for somebody even like me. She believed in me when nobody else did. How could I not fall for her?
Oh.
But nothing could ever come of me and her.
Uh-oh.
Listen.
So Ben's having the feelings.
And it looks like Sierra's finally having the feelings too.
Well,
Yeah.
they have the feelings.
I think Sierra has the feelings. She's
She's in deep denial.
Yeah,
She's trying to fight him.
Yeah.
She's in denial. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and the promo, I don't know if it's NBC or if it's Days himself, who's ever doing the promos is on target, is on fire.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
promos are great.
Kudos to promo people.
They're so great. All right.
Wow.
That's our show,
Boom.
y'all. Yay.
Bada bing, bada boom.
We made it through. So
We made it through
we
the
made it through.
wilderness.
Oh wow. Michael Mattis, let the folks know where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at MLMattis. You can see many pictures of whatever I'm eating and my dog. And on Twitter at MLMattis1.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tammy Govea, and on Insta and Facebook, Tammy Govea Official.
And of course, you can find the show on Instagram
Yes.
and Facebook, Dishin Days, and on Twitter, it is _Dishin Days. The ad is implied. And you can find little old me on all social media platforms at Lounger with Tony or my website, loungerwithtony.com. And hey, check out my Single Ladies Put a Ring on It video
10-year anniversary.
it came out 10 years ago yesterday, and I did a little video for it, so make sure you check that out and share. So y'all, until next Sunday, we will be back with a full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Enjoy the week, y'all.
Bye, guys. See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.